YouTube, welcome back to the channel, man. It's your favorite reactor, man, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, and then we're on the road to 500 subscribers, and then we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and then, you know, so forth and so on. We got another sports video today. We got Antonio Blakely. He was a high school phenomenon. I think back. He played with Ben Simmons. A lot of you might know him from LSU. McDonald's All American. Heavily recruited out of high school. I think he played a little bit in the NBA, but he has got himself caught up into another betting scandal. So my question is to you: Do you guys think that when they allow sports betting like legally, because you always had to go like to Vegas or you had to do a VPN like on some. It was really secretive though if you wanted to sports bet. Sports betting is like an all time high. Now they promote it on every commercial nowadays, like Prize Picks. You can bet on your sports. Do you think that is messing up the game of basketball? Cause the game of basketball just don't seem the same no more ever since sports betting has came into play, man. But let's get into this video. We're gonna do a little commentating here and there, man. But we're just gonna do a lot of educating today, man. Myself included.
A national story. All-American former of college hoops, Antonio Blakeney, is among 17 basketball players that's been named in a college basketball point shaving scheme that fixed games in college hoops. And by the way, also in the Chinese Basketball Association and rigging bets, according to an indictment unsealed Thursday in Philadelphia. In fact, a very large wager placed on a Chinese basketball game, apparently in this indictment, of over $150,000, which alerted authorities. The FBI began investigating this. It began in September of 2022, ran through February.
They said it was 26 players that was actually involved into the scandal. I guess he was like the ringleader. He was the one who started it back in like 2023 or 2022 or something like that. I guess that season he was like the ringleader, right? So they came to him first. He threw a couple games, got some money. They say it was like over $200,000. But he's playing in China, bro. He's probably getting a meal ticket in China. Let's look up his salary in China to see if it even makes sense for him to even be taking this type of risk. It had to make some type of sense though. We're gonna keep the video going.
2025, there's 20 defendants being named in the indictment. Several college basketball players, several schools involved as well in those games, including LaSalle and Towson. Not necessarily those schools, but again, the outcomes of those games, first halves as well. It's a very long indictment that has just been released. And of course, we'll talk more about this as the show goes on today, and more on the show with Sam McQuillan of Legal Sports Report on tomorrow's show as well. Dustin Gawker, if you read his Substack.
So they said, I mean, he's not getting that much money to be like a professional basketball player. I thought he was getting a little bit more, but it's still like, they said for the Bulls, he signed like a $1.3 million contract, two way deal, and then they said when he went overseas to Tel Aviv, it was a $1.4 million contract, and then I think he's like on a $1.2 million contract though. So yeah, so he's earning about 1.4 million right now. So what is it for you to lose everything just to met a couple bets? Like same thing with the people in the NBA, the Terry Roziers and the other guy that played for the Pistons. I forgot his name though. They just got caught up in a betting scandal as well. It's like a lot of things are going out. You got to realize, people though, when sports betting becomes so popular, they have people in place to make sure that these NBA players are not taking any partake in any of these scandals. I don't care if it's you just chilling at the crib with your homie, right? I'm in the league right now, right? This my man's, right? I'm like, I got the Pistons tonight. They got Kate Cunningham guard me. He can't play no defense. Take the over for me, bro. Take the over. Put like 250. You can't even do that, gang. They don't even want you doing that. I know that's going on. But if you get caught doing that, like, it's over with for you. Where my mouse go?
And found out this morning that FanDuel Predicts has just expanded from 5 to 18 states. California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia coming soon nationwide. FanDuel Predicts is expanding their reach across the country. Also, college athletes involved in playing games don't want to be involved in any prediction markets. The NCAA has asked a federal regulatory body on Wednesday to stop prediction markets from offering trades on college sports until more safeguards are in place, basically saving their athletes from this and also saving, of course, the schools from having to be potentially involved in any future allegations. Very important because there are no safeguards in place, very similar to the one that we found out earlier today. Prediction markets don't have any of this. Okay, so we thought maybe we'd be leading off with the National Football League and the new head coach of the New York Giants, but with so many other stories, we got it in at 12:05 Eastern. John Harbaugh's headed to the Big Apple. He interviewed with the Giants. He's going to be among the highest paid coaches in the history of the NFL. And they didn't let him leave the building. I guess that's.
I'm sorry about that, man. I ain't watched this video before, though. I'm trying to see. They say you can face jail time behind it, but I don't think they're gonna face any jail time behind this situation though. I did have another video that I wanted to view. Viewpoint hoops. Just bear with me, man. Bear with me, dude, man. Bear with me. Bam. All right.
Gotta expect for certain niggas to ruin it.
I didn't see it. The picture was there. Yeah, that's a class on. We over here going across some of these are some names that's too close to home. Yeah. So for the sake of that, we won't say their name on the podcast, but anonymous. Y'all dead wrong. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all dead wrong. Y'all dead wrong. Who is it?
So basically what they were saying in this podcast is like really, really low. So I can make this video probably like a little 10-minute clip. Basically what they were saying in this podcast is that Antonio Blakely started everything, right? He was presented with a large amount of money. He did this for a little while, and then he took it over into the NCAA and recruited a certain amount of players, right, to throw games. I guess some of the games that they started to, I think, and they said Antonio Blakely did it so obvious. I think it was like a big rivalry game that he was going against somewhere over there in China or something like that. And I think his average was like 32 points. And I think he came out there and probably had like 11 points. And I think that opened up an investigation, right? So how much money would it take for you as a basketball player, right? For you as a basketball player to throw an actual game? Imagine somebody coming up to you as a basketball player and say, "Hey, I got 250,000 for you right now. I got 250,000 for you. Please, bro. Just you the only player on this team that can beat this team. I got the opponent team going over for 12, and I need you to throw this game." College basketball player though, right? College basketball player, I need you to throw this game. I need you to go out there and miss some shots. How hard is it to miss some shots? That's not hard to do, bro. But it's like the integrity of this basketball game that you put so much hard work into. Does it get to a certain level where it's like, I mean, it is just a business. You know what I'm saying? I do got to get my money. Or do you be like, nah, I can't mess up the game like that. And I can't mess up my life because if I get caught, it's over with for me. And I guess the college basketball players didn't get caught. Antonio got caught. And then he just told on everybody else, though. So his situation is a little bit different, though.
That's the type of how much was he off? That's perfect. I don't know. That's the question I have. How much money? If it's life changing, because if I'm in that situation, they offer me 150 bands. Who to say I work for?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So, fresh basketball player, you should be getting that. So how much do you need? So the question is, y'all. That's a great point. So now, like for me, I'm left with how much do you need to stop or to never do it ever again at that point?
See, that's the thing. And that's another point I want to segue to. When you do things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, right? Some people have like this gut feeling that tell them, right? I was watching a video on Twitter, and this guy, he was doing like robberies. He was doing like residential robberies. He was breaking into people's houses and going in there and stealing things. He said he used to do it like every day. He said he used to hit a lick every single day, right? And he kept telling himself like, this gonna be the last one. This gonna be the last one. And he was like, one time he did a lick, and he was done with it, right? He was done with it. He was like, yeah, I ain't doing no more. He said the next day the homies pulled up. He said the homies called him like, "Brr," like, hey, we got this lick. We been camping out on it. And he was like, nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. And he said, they was like, all right, bro. We just gonna pull up on you before we go over there and do it. You know what I mean? Chill. And you know what I mean? We just gonna chop it up before we go hit this lick. It's cool that you ain't trying to do it. Of course, they pulled up over there and tried to persuade him to hit the lick again more. He kept saying like, nah, nah, nah. He said, as the car was literally leaving his parking lot, as they're leaving his driveway, he like, man, wait, I'm coming. So he ended up going. And then, hey, stick with me though. He ended up going. He ended up going with him, and then he said they end up pulling up to the spot to hit the lick. And they said he went up to the door to check the door and to check the garage, knock on the door. He said nobody was home, but they had like 2 big dogs, all right? So he was like, nah, we can't do this lick. So they was like, let's go to another spot like down the street. Cause they was just hitting random houses, right? So he said he went to another spot down the street. They looked through the window. Did all the check. They rang the doorbell. He was like, he went back to the car. He said they flagged him back to the car. He was like, nah, like this spot is good. We got to go in there and get this. He was telling them, right? He was like, nah. And they was like, the people in the car was like, nah, we can't do this one right now. It's a truck following us. It's a truck keeps circling around. And he kind of looking at us like, you know what I mean? Suspicious, right? So he was like, all right, bam. He was like, whatever then, we can't do this. He said they so dumb, they went to the next spot right across the street from the spot. They just went to the next neighborhood over, right? So they go to the next neighborhood over, check the crib, they do their thing, they kick the door in, they steal stuff, right? They steal the stuff, they put it in the car. He said as they're leaving the resident, the cops stopped them right there. Bam, got them. All of them, booked them all. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. Once you doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, especially when it comes to like either sports gambling or something like that, imagine somebody coming up to you and your mind is only to make a couple dollars off of it, right? Like, I'm only going to get into this until I make a certain amount of dollars and I'm going to get out. Their mindset might be, hey, we trying to get rich. Like, we trying to make 200 million off of it. Like, you can't just be in and out because now you're too deep in it. First of all, you've already broke the rules. There's no statute of limitation on this. And if it is, it's not going to be 2 or 3 months down the line. So you could put a number on it, but I don't know how that will work. It's like selling drugs or something like that, right? I don't want to do this anymore. You think the plug is just going to be like, all right, bro, you know too much. You know too much. You think I'm going to just let you walk away from this? You know too much. You know too much. So you got to always be cognizant of like doing wrong. You know what I mean? Like doing the wrong thing. Like always go with your gut. If you feel like this is not what you're supposed to be doing, if you feel like there's signs showing that this is not what you're supposed to be doing, bro, don't do it. It ain't worth it, man. Just hustle, man. It's a lot of money out here to be made. It's a lot of money out to be made. Especially with the NIL and how you can brand yourself as a student athlete now in college basketball. There's no reason why college athletes should be taking in a betting scandal. Like, it's ridiculous. That's just sickening, though, right? You got people up here really trying to watch this game. Bro, I went to go watch LSU bowl OU the other day, the women basketball team. I'm for sure somebody probably was through that game too. The way that game was getting, they was getting smacked. I'm like, bro, I don't even go to women basketball games either, though. I'm like, but bro, I did not expect this. Aaliyah Chives or whatever the girl is, the guard from OU, she barely even scored the ball, bro. I'm like, yeah, somebody paying her off? I don't know, man. That's all I got for this video, man. I'm sorry I couldn't chop it up a little bit better. I was kind of all over the place with it. I will bring you guys better quality videos in the future. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. We're at like 89 right now. So hit that like button, hit that comment button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.